Good evening, everyone. I'm going to give you just a moment to join us, but we're so glad to have you. Hopefully it is sunny wherever you are. It is here in central Pennsylvania, but we'll just give you a couple more moments. I'm just going to share my screen for one moment here. But again, thank you so much for joining us. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Andrea Castle-Bretz. I'm the Executive Assistant of PACAC, that's the Pennsylvania Association for College Admission Counseling. We're a nonprofit organization of 1,200 members, high school counselors, college admission professionals, independent educational consultants, all the people who want you to succeed and want to help you on this journey between high school and college. Obviously, your microphones and your cameras are off, but we want you to ask as many questions as you want. You have a Q&A box, so just type in the questions there, and my friends at Westchester will answer those questions both verbally and or privately. They'll just answer in that box. Don't forget, we have a ton of sessions between now and November 6th, so feel free to sign up for more. And if you want to listen to this recording, as well as all of our other sessions, go to the same website. It's pacac.org/virtual. So without further ado, I am going to pass it along. So I'm going to stop sharing here, and I'm going to let Megan and Mark.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. My name is Megan, and I'm Associate Director of Admissions at Westchester University.
Hi, everyone. My name is Margie. I am one of the Assistant Directors of Undergraduate Admissions in the Office of Undergraduate Admissions at Westchester University, and we are so excited to have you join us tonight.
So what's going to happen is I'll share my screen and we'll go through a presentation and talk to you about everything WCU, student life, academics, and then the admissions process. If at any point you have questions, feel free to type them into the Q&A box. Margie will be monitoring that, so she will either type your answer back to you or we will answer it verbally. So without further ado, let's get started. And welcome to beautiful Westchester University. First, who are we and where are we located? We are a Pennsylvania state school. We are the largest of the 14 Pennsylvania state universities. We are located about 30 miles west from Philadelphia in beautiful Westchester, Pennsylvania. We're also about 2.5 hours from New York City and Washington, D.C. So we like to say that we have the best of the East Coast with our location being not too far from Philadelphia and easily accessible to New York and Washington. That bottom right-hand photo there is of Westchester, Pennsylvania. The borough of Westchester is a 10-minute walk from our main campus, and it's consistently ranked as one of the best college towns in America, as well as one of the best towns to live in after graduation. There are so many things to do in the borough of Westchester. They have festivals, events, and parades throughout the year, as well as many different restaurants and coffee shops, clothing stores, places for you to have fun and spend your money. So a little bit about our facts and figures. We have over 14,500 undergraduate students at WCU, and I know that might sound like a large number, but we consider ourselves to be a medium-sized university. Our average class sizes are 25 to 35 students, so you're not going to be in a lecture hall with 500 other people. Your professors will get to know you, they'll get to know your name, and you'll get that one-on-one interaction with them. As you can see, 100% of our classes are taught by faculty, never by teaching assistants or graduate assistants. And our student to faculty ratio is 19:1. Moving on to academics. At WCU, we have a lot to offer you in terms of academic opportunities. We have over 90 undergraduate majors, so there's a lot to choose from. Our majors are divided into 6 different colleges, as well as our School of Music, and I'm going to highlight all of them for you. So first up is our College of Arts and Humanities. So these are majors such as communication studies, English and history, as well as theater and dance, women's and gender studies. Our Department of Theater and Dance put on numerous plays and performances throughout the year, as well as our students in the Department of Art and Design put on art exhibitions throughout the year. We have 2 art galleries, 3 theaters, and 2 concert spaces on our campus. Next is our College of Business and Public Management. We have 5 different business concentrations: marketing, management, accounting, economics, finance, and international business. This is also home to our criminal justice major. Our business center, that photo there on the left, is our newest academic building on campus. It opened about 3.5 years ago, and it is gorgeous. It's completely state of the art. It has a stock ticker going around on the first floor, and a lot of great spaces for students to study. Our College of Business is AACSB accredited, which less than 25% of the business schools worldwide receive that accreditation. And I strongly encourage you, if you are thinking about majoring in business, to only look at colleges that are AACSB accredited. It lends a lot of weight to your degree. And there's a listing there of some of the places where students within the College of Business and Public Management have had internships. You see, we take advantage of our location to Philadelphia with students interning with the Philadelphia Eagles and the Phillies. Next is our College of Education and Social Work. West Chester University was founded as a teacher's college, so education remains one of our most popular and strongest majors. I personally know a lot of students who have graduated from WCU as education majors and went on to become teachers. We partner with more than 60 school districts in the surrounding area to give our students that hands-on student teaching experience. As an education major, you will get into the classroom as early as your sophomore year and spend your entire senior year student teaching. College of Health Sciences. These are majors such as nursing, nutrition, kinesiology, exercise science, and communication sciences and disorders. Our senior exercise science students get hands-on experience by providing free personal training sessions to our staff, faculty, and students. We have a number of learning facilities on campus, which include athletic training rooms and a speech and hearing clinic. That photo there is of our nursing sim lab. It is currently located in Exton, which is about a 10-minute drive from our main campus, but it will be back on our main campus this upcoming spring 2021. We're really excited to have our nursing sim lab be back on main campus. So if you think you are interested in majoring in nursing, you would have all of your classes, everything on our main campus. You wouldn't have to go to Exton. I have been to our nursing sim lab and it's fantastic. It's state of the art and our students really get that hands-on experience. Our College of Sciences and Mathematics. These include majors such as biology, chemistry, physics, as well as mathematics and statistics and psychology. Our newest major at WCU is biomedical engineering, and it was launched last fall, 2019. We do have a pre-medical program at WCU, and as you can see there, 95% of our students who received committee support were placed into medical schools, which is a statistic we're very proud of. Next is our Wells School of Music. WCU is really well known as a music school. We have 6 different music major concentrations, as well as just a lot of different orchestras, bands, and choirs, if you're interested in joining any of those. We are an all Steinway school, which means that every single piano on our campus is a Steinway piano. We have more than 200 concerts each year, so whether you are a music major and you're participating or you're a music fan, you can enjoy those. And our Golden Rams Marching Band is one of the best marching bands in the entire country, and I'm not just saying that. They were awarded, they were awarded the prestigious Sudler Trophy last year, 2019, and they've marched in a lot of different events, the Rose Bowl, the Philadelphia Thanksgiving Parade, as well as the New York City Thanksgiving Day Parade. There's over 300 members, and they're awesome. I'll brag about them. I'll go ahead and do it. And lastly, we have our university college. So you might be sitting out there right now and be thinking, all these majors sound great, but I don't really know what I want to do. And that's completely fine. At West Chester University, our undeclared major is called Exploratory Studies because you are still exploring. 30% of our first year students start at WCU as Exploratory Studies majors. You'll be paired with an academic advisor like everyone else, and you have until the end of your sophomore year to choose a major. Other options include professional studies and liberal studies, and these programs allow you to kind of customize your own major, which is pretty cool. You pick classes from some majors, you pick classes from other majors, and you put them together to create your own individualized program. Okay, moving on to additional academic opportunities. If you're interested in studying abroad, you can definitely do that at WCU, as we have over 670 different options for you. You can study abroad on any continent except for Antarctica, which I don't know why you'd want to go there anyway. It's too cold for me. But what I like about our study abroad options is that they have different time lengths. So you can study abroad for the traditional semester, which is about 3 months or 15 weeks. But if you don't want to be away for that long amount of time, we also have shorter options. You can study abroad for 1 month over the summer or just 1 week over winter break or spring break. Certain majors also have specific programs available to them. So for example, our communication studies majors, one of their programs is to spend a month in Ireland over the summer, and they tour Irish broadcasting studios and radio stations, which is pretty cool. We do have an honors college at West Chester University, which is invitation only. After you've been accepted to WCU, if you meet the criteria for the honors college, they'll reach out to you about going through that separate application process. Our honors college is very much focused on both leadership and service learning. Many of the classes that you will take as part of the honors college are focused on learning what it takes to be a leader, and you are required to do community service as being a part of the honors college. And then research. So at WCU, you could start doing research as early as your first year. And depending upon available funding, you could graduate having presented at a conference with a professor or having co-authored a paper or a poster. Moving on to student life. At the upper left-hand corner there is a sampling of some of the many different support offices that we have on our campus, and I'm going to highlight 2 of them. The first is our Career Development Center. So no matter which college you end up going to, they will have a Career Development Center, and I strongly encourage you to take advantage of it. It's there to help you. At WCU, our Career Development Center posts over 18,000 jobs and applications each year. So whether you're looking for a job just to make a little more money, or if you're looking for an internship to add to your resume, to get that experience within your major or within your field of study, our Career Development Center can help you. They will also edit your resume and edit your cover letter and do mock interviews. The second office I'm going to highlight is our Learning Assistance and Resource Center, otherwise known as the LARC. The LARC is our peer tutoring center. So say you start your semester and one of your classes is a bit more challenging than you had anticipated. You can go to the LARC and sign up for a peer tutor. Or if you would like to earn more money, you can sign up to become a tutor yourself through the LARC. Moving on to student life. So our Psych Student Union is the hub of all student activity on our campus. We have over 300 clubs and organizations at WCU, and a lot of them have their meeting space in our Psych Student Union. At the start of each semester, we have an involvement fair, which lets you basically walk around and see all of our different clubs and organizations. You can meet with the representatives and get a taste of what we have to offer. If there is a club or organization that we do not have on campus, which would surprise me, but you would like to start a new club, all you need to do is find a few friends and to start something new. As for service learning, our students are dedicated to service. They completed over 700,000 hours of community service in the last year. And for athletics, WCU is a Division II school. We're one of the largest Division II schools in the entire country. We have 24 varsity sports, 20 club sports, and 10 intramurals. So there are a lot of different ways to get involved in athletics, whether you want to compete on that varsity level or on something less competitive. As you can see there, we also have a student rec center. It is one of our newer buildings on campus, and it is amazing. It has 3 floors of cardio and weight equipment, a 2-story rock climbing wall, basketball courts, and group fitness rooms. So if you want to stay fit in college, we can help you do it at West Chester. All right, student life. So at WCU, a third of our students commute. So if you think you want to commute to WCU, you totally can. Our commuters do get the best parking on campus, so that would be fantastic for you. And a third of our students live on campus, and a third of our students live off campus. If you think you want to live on campus, we have 2 types of housing for our first-year students. The first is called university or traditional housing, and the second type is called affiliated housing. Our traditional housing, this is what you think of when you think of typical college dorms. You and your roommate share a room. At the end of that hallway is a large bathroom you share with everyone else on your hall. Affiliated housing is suite style. You and your roommate share a room, and within that room is a bathroom for just the 2 of you, or you share that bathroom with the 2 people who live in the room next to you. Our affiliated housing is newer than traditional housing, and it also has amenities that our traditional housing does not. Because of these amenities, affiliated housing is more expensive than traditional. On average, it's about $4,000 more per academic year than traditional housing. Now, I know students who lived in traditional housing, and I know students who lived in affiliated housing, and they like them for different reasons, so it's up to you and your preference. When you apply to WCU, you'll indicate if you want to live on campus or if you want to commute. And if you want to live on campus and after you're accepted and you pay your deposit, you'll get to choose which type of housing you would like to live in. 2 questions. I hear a lot about housing and perhaps they're being asked, so I'll head them off. I don't know. Maybe you're just thinking about them. The first is, can I have a car on campus as a first-year student if I'm living on campus? Unfortunately, the answer is no. If you're living on campus, you need to be a sophomore in order to have an on-campus parking permit. And the second question I hear a lot is, if I know someone I would like to room with, can I request that person to be my roommate? Absolutely, yes. Moving on to dining. At WCU, you definitely won't be hungry because we have a plethora of options for you. Starting with our Lawrence Dining Hall, this is an all-you-care-to-eat dining facility. So theoretically, you can swipe your card and sit there and eat all day if you wanted to. We have a lot of different grab and go options on campus, and I have known people who've done that, so that is true. We have a lot of different grab and go options on campus. So the first is our Rams Head Food Court. This is located in our Psych Student Union, and it has pizza, salads, sandwiches, as well as our Eco Grounds coffee shop. We have a Starbucks in our library, so we will definitely be caffeinated, and a smoothie bar in our gym. WCU has an active food truck culture. Church Street is one of the main streets on campus, and every day it is lined with food trucks that have almost every different type of cuisine. And the last thing I'm going to talk about is Rambucks. Your Ram card is your student ID card. You or your parents or whoever is feeling generous can load money onto your Ram card and it works like a debit card. You can use your Rambucks at any dining location on our campus. And we've also partnered with more than 30 different dining locations in downtown West Chester where you can use your Rambucks. So when you go into the borough of West Chester and you're walking up and down the streets, a lot of the restaurants will have something in their window that says Rambucks accepted here. So it's a great, another way for you to continue to eat all that you want at WCU. Okay, moving on to the admissions part of the presentation. These statistics here are from not the class that just enrolled, but the year before that. As you can see, we received over 16,000 applications and enrolled a first-year class of about 2,850 students. Their average GPA was a 3.4, average SAT an 1120, and average ACT a 23. Now keep in mind, these are averages. So not every single person we've accepted meets that 3.4. Some students that we've accepted have GPAs that are lower than that, and some students have GPAs that are higher than that. How to apply to WCU. The first thing you need to do is submit your online application. New for this year, we are Common App exclusive, which means that for first-year students, the only way to apply to us is through the Common Application. You can apply directly through the Common App website and just search for WCU, but we also have the link right on our website, wcupa.edu/apply now. When you're applying, you'll need to pay a $45 application fee or submit an approved fee waiver. We accept fee waivers from NACAC and the College Board. If you have a financial hardship, you can also email our office to request a fee waiver. After that, you need to submit just one thing, your official high school transcript. We do not require letters of recommendation, and we do not require a personal statement or an essay. If you have those things and you would like to submit them, you certainly can. Also new for this year, we are test optional. We understand the pandemic has made it difficult for many students to take a standardized test. So if you haven't had the opportunity to take the SAT or ACT, you do not need to submit those for admission to WCU this year. Or even if you have taken one of those tests, but you're not happy with your score, again, you do not need to submit that test score. And this test optional is for every part of our admissions process. So whether you're applying for undeclared, if you're applying for computer science, nursing, psychology, whatever major it is test optional. This also extends to our honors college. If you're applying to the honors college, you don't need a test score. And also extends to our merit-based scholarships. You do not need a test score to qualify for one of those. So please understand that if you decline to submit test scores, you will not be disadvantaged in any way. At WCU, we have rolling admissions, which means we do not have a strict application deadline. Our application opened August 1st, so you can apply today, or you could apply a month from today, or theoretically, you could wait to apply until spring. Do I recommend applying that late? Absolutely not. The sooner you apply, the better. We prioritize our applications based on the strength of the academic credentials. What this means is that our strongest applicants, the people that meet that 3.4 GPA, which is about a B+, and higher, if people have higher GPAs than that, those are the ones that hear back from us first. If you fall a little bit below that average, that 3.4, it might take you a little bit longer to hear back from us. For example, or we might ask you for additional information. For example, we might ask you for first semester or first quarter senior year grades. Some of our applications, we might refer to an admissions committee for a second review. In that case, we'll notify you to let you know that your application is being sent to the committee, and then you would not hear back about your admissions decision until the spring. We will start reviewing applications in the next week or so. So our first round of acceptances should be going out sometime in early November, if I had to put a date on it. The one thing I will mention, I know I talked about that 3.4 GPA for general admission to WCU. That extends for all of our majors except for one of them, and that is our nursing program. Our nursing program is the most competitive program at WCU. We received 2,000 applications for 60 spots. So for nursing, we're looking for a 3.8 GPA or higher, and we want to see very strong math and science grades, and additionally 4 years of a math and 4 years of a science.
Megan, one thing I want to add here about our test optional policy is that right now it's just a pilot for fall of 2021. So if there's any current high school juniors in the audience, a decision has not been made yet about what West Chester specifically will be doing in terms of our test optional policy for your graduating class. So it's a one-year pilot program right now for our high school seniors.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Margie. So I will talk about transfer admission requirements because we could potentially have some transfer students or some students who might first go to community college and then decide to transfer to WCU. So first of all, fun fact, it's Transfer Tuesday today, but also National Transfer Week. At WCU, at WCU, 40% of our students are transfer students. They came to us from a community college or from another four-year institution. So to apply to WCU as a transfer, you need to submit your online application, which you can apply through the Common App version of the transfer for the transfer application, or we do have our own Westchester University application for our transfer applicants. Again, when you're applying, you'll need to pay a $45 application fee or submit your approved fee waiver. And then you need to submit all official transcripts from all institutions attended. So even if you only took 3 credits at a community college somewhere and you have 50 credits from somewhere else, we will still need that transcript from that place where you took 3 credits. If you have any military transcripts, we will require those as well. High school transcripts are only required if you have fewer than 24 earned college credits by the time that you submit your application. And test scores are only required, again, if you have fewer than 24 college credits and if your high school graduation was within the past 2 years. And for transfer applicants, you can apply for either the fall or the spring semester. And again, we have rolling admissions for transfer applications. Margie, anything you would like to add there?
Nothing else to add about transfers.
Okay. So moving right along to financial aid and tuition. As I mentioned in the beginning of the presentation, WCU is a Pennsylvania state school. So for Pennsylvania residents, our tuition is significantly lower than that of a lot of private universities and colleges. But because of that, we do not discount our scholarship as much as they do because our baseline is already so much lower. These numbers for in-state and out-of-state are totals for one academic year. So that includes your tuition, fees, living on campus and affiliated housing, which is more expensive than traditional housing, and a full meal plan. So if you think you would like to commute, those numbers will be lower for you. If you think that you would like to live in traditional housing and not affiliated housing, those numbers will be lower. 70% of our students do receive some form of financial assistance, whether that be grants, loans, or scholarships. We do offer merit-based scholarships. Traditionally, these are awarded after you've been accepted to WCU. You do not need to go through a separate application process for them. When we're reviewing your application, if you meet the criteria for a merit-based scholarship, we'll send you a separate communication letting you know you've been awarded a merit-based scholarship. And this is how to stay in touch with our office. Our address is listed there, our phone, follow us on Instagram at admissionswcupa, and our email address. We are offering, you can go onto our website to take a virtual tour. We are offering a limited amount of in-person tours. You can, again, access those through our website. Now, let's see if we have any questions.
We have not received any questions throughout the course of this entire presentation. So I think you did a stellar job because there are no questions that are coming through. So obviously we can stay on and wait to see if there's any questions that come through, but I think you nailed it with your presentation.
Oh, I was gonna say, when there aren't any questions, that's when I pat myself in the back and say, oh, well.
You did good. If anybody checks out our Instagram account today, I was featured as the Meet Your Counselor Monday. So go on to our Instagram at admissionswcupa, give me a like. I'm trying to be the one with the highest amount of likes. So go ahead and do that. I'm just gonna beat out my peers in the office for having the most likes.
I think you're on track to actually be the one with the most likes. So I mean,
and now I have an extra audience tonight.
Yeah, I was about to say, so still go on and make sure that Margie actually wins. Please give her those extra likes. But yes, she was featured yesterday. Please double tap her photo, show her some love.
And if there is anybody here from Montgomery County, Pennsylvania, I have already scheduled a visit with your school, or I will be meeting with your school. And Megan is our rep for Delaware County, Pennsylvania. So you might see us as familiar faces.
Yeah, I was about to give a Delco shout out. I'm like, if I have any Delaware County people, I have, same as Margie, already visited your school, or I will see you soon. Virtually, of course. Not going to go there in person.
Still no questions have come through. So I think we can turn it over to,
Yeah, to Andrea.
hello.
Hello, thank you, Margie and Megan, for all of your wonderful information. Thank you to all the students who have joined us. I have one little slide to share. Oh, of course, it's not going to let me share right this second. But I can tell you what it is without it. So basically, when you log off, there will just be a 4-question evaluation. If you wouldn't mind giving us your feedback, that would be amazing. Don't forget, there's a lot more sessions between now and November 6th, and you can see this recording as well as all of our others at pacac.virtual/org. My brain today. But anyway, thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening, and don't forget to continue the conversation with Margie and Megan and ask them any questions about WCU. Bye, everyone.